Three of the most important words in the world of marketing are these: know your audience. I'm Melanie Touchstone, here to share with you one of the most important steps in any marketing strategy: audience research. It's really easy for many of us to become complacent in what we understand about our audience. Time and time again, when I pose the question to clients, what does your audience want? The answer is usually, they want what I'm selling, and they then go into the reasons why their product is great. So not to sell my predecessors short, but the days of spitball marketing are over. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you've been working in the industry for 40 years. Marketing on a hunch just doesn't cut it. We have tools to be so much more intentional and strategic about the work that we do as marketers. The information is out there, and it's surprisingly easy to get to. So, why should I take the time to do audience research? It's simple. The more you know about your customer, the more you understand their consumer behavior. Understanding their behavior puts you in a position to effectively reach your customer and stop wasting time and money on efforts that aren't reaching who you want them to reach. So what is audience research exactly? Essentially, it's what it sounds like: researching your target customers. There are a number of ways to go about this, but one of them is not, well, I'd assume that they would X, Y, or Z. I like to start out by putting myself in the mindset of the customer. One of my favorite exercises, especially with groups, is a simple Q&A. Who are your customers that are the most important to you? What do they do for a living? What is their job title? What type of company do they work for? This starts to develop into what I call a whiteboard persona exercise. We literally build out an imaginary version of your customer. So once you've begun thinking of your customer as a person, it really opens the door to starting the research process. At this point, you're still operating on a hunch, but now you're thinking like a strategist. The next step is data collection. This can take a bunch of different forms, but I often recommend that you bring in a third party, even if it's just a friend or someone in your company that isn't involved in marketing. The reason for this is that you've got to avoid inserting your own bias into the data collection. Leading questions and early conclusions can skew your research. At the end of the project, you should walk away with some really strong data-backed audience personas. Pull these out whenever you're developing a marketing strategy. Let them help you inform your tactics. You'd be surprised at how quickly you'll start seeing results.